Welcome back to the third installment of the series, and this is going to be a recap of the live stream I did over on twitch.tv, which I'm going to post a link to later on in the description, so you're going to see that later below the video, and we're just basically going to go over into the pardon me, over into the match recaps. So the last match I left you guys off with, we've played quite a lot since then, and all of it has been live on stream. I'm going to show all competitions just like we did before. The last match I left you off with was the match here versus Voždovac. So we won that one 2-1, as all of you might recall. George Despotovic and Miloš Bosancic getting the brace for us with 14 minutes left in the match to win it, and that put us through. Now after that we had an absolutely phenomenal run in the league, and just for that I gotta turn off the individual filters here and only show the Super League. 12 matches undefeated. This was all live on stream. So again, I will post the link to the Twitch TV channel stream, which I've had active for a little bit, well, not over actually a little bit over a year. So again, this is the first time I'm doing YouTube, especially on Football Manager, but I'm absolutely impressed with the way the team has performed in this stretch of matches. So we're gonna go into this from this match straight off from where we left off. So to recap it all, the last match I showed, what was that again? That was against Radnički Smederevo, which we won 4-0. So you all saw that in the last video. We're going to show a match against Napredak here, and Aleksandar Kovacevic scored in the 6th minute, and that was the only goal of the match. Put us up 1-0. It was an absolutely phenomenal goal, actually. Just watch this. He just gets open in the middle of the box and blasts it into the bottom corner of the net. That's all we needed. So that's our first win in a string of 12 straight wins in the league. So after that, we had the draw against Novi Pazar here, I believe. No, that's Spartak. Sorry. Against Spartak. So we're gonna watch the highlights here, and that's gonna include the penalty shootout. So we struck first. Excellent interplay from the team to actually link up our midfield and attack, and we just managed to get it into the back of the net there, and that was 1-0. Here is the tying goal. An extremely long interplay by Spartak here, and absolutely incredible. So on we go to the penalty shootouts, and we're watching basically everything that happened here. Lajovic, that's 2-1. Makila Jr. 2-2. Pavicevic 3-2, Milosevic 3-3, Petkovic 4-3, Dukic misses, and that wins it for us. 4-3 in a penalty shootout. So that was a good match for us overall. After that, we had a Super League matchup coming up against Čukarički. And see the highlights from this match here. Miloš Bosančić managed to score 2 phenomenal goals to put us up by 1 goal and help us win the match here. Pavlovic scored first. Andrija Pavlovic made it 1-0 for Čukarički. Then Bosančić from a free kick, 1-1. Miloš Bosančić, absolutely masterfully delivered free kick, and that tied it up. Now here comes the goal that sealed it for us. Jovic breaks free, but he sees Lazovic down there and finds Bosančić in the middle of the box, and he scores the second of the match. That's 2-1. That's our second win in a row. Out of 12, we have a lot more to show. Then up next, Jagodina. So in the match versus Jagodina, it was a fairly drab and uneventful match. We scored 2 goals. We could have scored a lot more considering our chances. We had 20 shots, 9 on target, 4 clear-cut chances, and 2 of them went into the back of the net. One of them scored right there by Gavric, Nenad Gavric. And the second one scored from a corner kick, delivery into the box, which fails. Savicevic finds Lazovic, Lazovic finds Planic, Planic finds Lazovic again, and that's 2-0. So then we had Voždovac again, this time in the league. And this was a 3-1 win. Georgia Despotovic scoring 2 goals in 11th and 34th minute, and Darko Lazovic scoring in 17th. They scored a brace in the 57th minute. It didn't help them come back. I didn't think they would get that far anyways, but let's just take a look at the highlights here. There's Lazovic's beautiful cross into the box, and Despotovic gets on the end of that with a nice header. It is 1-0. Crvena Zvezda is winning. Bosančić, delivery into the box, finds Lazovic somehow, luckily, and that's 2-0. There's a third goal scored by Despotovic, and here's an absolute blunder by Daniel Kahneman. I can't believe what I was seeing there, but at any rate, we still won the match 3-1, and I'm pretty happy with that. Next up, we have a 3-0 win against OFK Beograd, who were at this time second place team in the league. Whoops. Let's go back to that. First goal scored on a penalty kick from Miloš Bosančić. My mistake. Nikola Vasiljevic actually committed a foul there. Then Georgia Rakic makes it 2-0. inside the 40th minute. And finally in the 60th minute, we get Rakic's second goal of the match. 9.2 average rating, absolutely outstanding match for Rakic here. And honestly, the scoreline might not exactly reflect it, even though we were 3-0 up by the end of it, but this was the match that was the turning point for us. Now the friendly against Metallics, this was after a 55-day break that we had coming up, and on the live stream I actually had a quiz going on in the background which did not last long, but hopefully next time. At any rate, our next match in the Super League came against Donji Srem, and this was the start of the second half of the season. So Gavric and Pechnik scored 1 minute apart from each other. So mind you, Pechnik actually had a really nice goal as well. Gavric's goal was nice too, but and here's literally like 30 seconds later, 2-0. Jovic misses, Gavric and Pechnik taps it in and rebound. So that is 2-0. Then we had a lucky 1-0 win here to extend our winning streak on a fucking penalty. Milos Bosancic. Actually, well, he's never failed from a spot kick, but he converted here and made sure a winning streak was kept alive. 86th minute too. We were extremely lucky to win that match. Then the next up against Borac Čačak. So we got 1-0 here. Jenic managed to score. Borac went up 1-0. That was 34 minutes into the match. Bosancic, beautiful free kick, finds Gavric and he equalizes. That came in the 49th minute. Then we have an excellent free throw delivery, and Luka Jovic manages to find the back of the net for the second of the season, making it 2-1. To be honest, Borac actually generated quite a few chances, as far as I'm concerned, more than I would have liked. And for a while I was actually fearing for the outcome until Rakic scored the absolute brace for us in the 76th minute. Coincidentally enough, Georgi Rakic was the player of the match in this one. So after this match, we had an absolute incredible win against Vojvodina, 6-0. This was a drubbing if I've ever seen one. In Football Manager, especially from one of my teams, this was one of the heaviest wins. Well, one of the best wins we've ever had. I should have said one of the heaviest defeats we've inflicted on the opposing team. We just had an immaculate match here. Every single one of our players was rated very highly. We can see the lowest rating was for the goalkeeper, 7.6 for Kahraman, and the rest of them all had at least 8.0 and above. Darko Lajovic collected 4 goals in this match. Here's 2-0. Savicevic. Vukan Savicevic. Here comes the third goal. Pretty much immediately after. Well, maybe not. Excellent interception by Kovacevic there. Lajovic with a beautiful dribble down the middle. Gets it over to Savicevic. Finds Mijalovic. Djordjevic shoots and Lajovic taps it in. 3-0. Right before the halftime. Now into the second half here. Actually no, it's still the first half here. This is stoppage time. So a goal coming in the stoppage time yet again. They were trying to generate a chance. No, this wasn't a stoppage time situation. This was the second half. Again, Lajovic, 2 amazing dribble past 2 opposing defenders, and he just kind of gets around them there. Perovic gets it into Lajovic, and he just scores another one. That's his second goal of the match. And he goes on to score 2 more from there. One of them from the penalty kick right here. That made it 5-0. And here is the final goal from Darko Lajovic. To their credit, Vojvodina were trying to generate some chances there, but here's an absolute key delivery by Daniel Kahraman over to the center, and an interception by Tufjagic, and Lajovic taps in his 4th of the match. That's 6-0. That was an epic win. Now, next up, after that 6-0 win, we had a 2-1 loss at home in the cup against Rad. Whoops. I went to submit match. Go back and let's see the highlights from this one. Slavko Perovic really dug us into a deep hole. Well, not that deep. We're only like 1 stepping stone away from victory, and we came away with a lot more than what we needed, which you will see in, well, in a little while. So there's 1 goal, there's 2 goals. Slavko Perovic scores 2, and Rad, sorry guys for all those of you of my Serbian viewers, I don't mean to Americanize names, but Rad have managed to go up by 2 goals there. Right here actually, Perovic, there's Perovic's second goal, sorry. That first one was not counted. Oh wait, no, the first one was for us. That was the one we scored. My bad. Yeah, that was Darko Lajovic. But we lost that. then against Novi Pazar, we just continued our dominance in the league here, and a 5-3 win away from home. This was absolutely unbelievable. Here's the goal in the first minute. Probably the fastest goal I've scored in the Serbian division so far. Or my team has scored, I should say. Or, no, not my team, sorry. The fastest team I've seen in the Serbian League division. Within the first minute, Novi Pazar managed to go up 1-0. Here's 1-1. Luka Jovic gets his third of the season. Then another chance for us. Darko Lazic gets his first goal of the season. That's 2-1. Here's a chance for Novi Pazar. I remember this actually because I'm pretty sure Ketchup scored right here. Nope. Bruno. That's 2-2. Then we have 3-2 coming up here. To their credit, Novi Pazar was playing pretty well against us. So, I mean, looking at the highlights right now, you can see that they've tried to keep onto the possession of the ball for as much as they could. Looking at the stats, that was not exactly reflected. That goal by Bosančić right there, that should be voted for the goal of the season. Here comes 4-2 right now. Pečnik, beautiful pass over to Petkovic, who made an overlapping run and finds Jovic, who gets his second goal of the match and wins the man of the match award there. So that's 4-2. Now Novi Pazar score right here, making it 4-3. And at this point, 68 minutes into the match, I'm thinking, yeah, we've got the lead, but anything could still happen. And then this happens. Gogic seals the victory for Crvena Zvezda, and that is 5-3. That was all that happened within this match. So on to the next recap, and that's a 3-0 win against Radnički Novi Pazar. Let's take a look at this. And there's the first two goals. So we're up 2-0 at this point, and here's the last goal that seals it. Katai scores, and that's 3-0. Then we are coming up on the match that will probably be etched in my memory for a long time. As you recall, we're down in the cup 2-1. This is the rematch. We're away from home. You saw the final score. It was 6-2 in the end for us. which was absolutely incredible. Here's the first goal from Georgia Despotovic within a 4th minute. Absolutely incredible strike. Rakic. Here's the goal that makes it 2-0 for us 2 minutes later. Like, literally, we were just incredible in this match. It was 4-0 by the end of the first half. Despotovic scores his 2nd goal 2 minutes apart. Here's 3-0. Lazic finds Rakic on the wing. Tries to cross it in from the wing back position. Doesn't exactly succeed, but Bosančić gets on the end of the cross. The interception finds Despotovic hat-trick. Within 33 minutes, Despotovic has scored 3 goals. Here's the 4th. Ivan Cvetkovic has committed a foul, but either way, that's 4-0. Here's 5-0. I think this might be 4-1 actually. Yeah, I think this is 4-1 here. Yeah, this is 4-1. So Perovic manages to pull one back for him, but it's not likely they'll come back right now. We're up by 3 goals in the rematch, which puts us up by 4 goals in aggregate based on the away goal difference too. And here is 5-1. Georgia Despotovic, his 4th goal of the match, 9.8 average match rating. And finally, the last goal of the match. Planic does very well to win the ball back there, and Rakic finds back of the net. 6-2. Away from home in the rematch. Here's the last goal for Rad. Perhaps they deserved more from this matchup, but they just did not stand a chance against us, and we have come away with absolutely monumental victory here. So after that match, we lost 4-0 against Napredak. This marks our first consecutive losing streak. Urošević finds Lukovic, that makes it 1-0. Luka Lukovic, 1-0 for Napredak. Gavrić fucks up over here, and as a result they get to go on a counter attack. Beautiful cross over here, and Trujic finds Govedarica, and that's 2-0. Here's 3-0 for Napredak. I remember this goal very well because it was an excellent cross, and Govedarica manages to get his 4th of the season, 2nd of the match so far, and here is Govedarica's hat-trick. "4-0 for Napredak." I was pretty livid after this match, but the next match I made a giant error. The fact that I was live streaming and I neglected to check who my next opponent was, I decided to play my youngsters in this match. So looking at the lineup for Crvena Zvezda, we had Aleksandar Stankovic, who's a youngster goalkeeper, in net. We had a bunch of other youngsters here whom I'm not going to go too much in depth with, but I'm just going to show the highlights here. We lost 5-2 at home It's worth to note that we actually tied Partizan away from home 3-3 in the first half of the season. And was it not for this one error, I would have probably won this match. I would have more than likely won this match. Despite all this being said, there's some positives come away from this match. Like, for example, Lazic's and Panovic's performances. So they've been good. I mean, Andrija Živković has buried us in this match specifically. Something I was not expecting. There's 1-0 you saw right there. There's 2-0 right there. Petar Skuletic. Here's 3-0. Živković with an absolutely outstanding play. Partizan was just absolutely dominating us in this match. We had no answer for them. Absolutely none. So here's 3-1, I think, or was this 4-0? No, this was 4-0. Yeah, this was 4-0. Skuletic, they were passing the ball really well, interlinking beautifully between midfield and attack, and we just could not find an answer for them. 4-0 here. Petar Sekulic, his second goal of the match. Oh. Here's 4-1. Miloš Zukanovic pulls one back for us. Then Ilic gets a penalty. That makes it 5-1. Then here is, I believe, 6-1. Or might be 5-2 actually. No, I think it's 5-2 actually. Yeah, we scored here. Lazic finds Panovic, and that's 5-2. No. Yeah, that's 5-2. That's the end of the match. And that does it for tonight's recap of matches that have been played. Well, as I mentioned in the live stream, I will post the link to the live stream in the description, and you guys can check that out at your own leisure. Just see what you think, and I will see you on for episode 4. Thanks for watching.